A no commentary version of this video can be found in the pinned comment in the comment section below.
It's broken. I don't want to.
Bitch!
Why did you do that?
Ew! Fuck off with you guys! Oh my god! This video is intended as a game walkthrough. This is not a speedrun. All strategies in this video were made for consistency and success rate. Please watch the video to the end before trying any of these strategies for yourself.
Jesus Christ.
Hello everyone, this is a no-death run of Resident Evil 2 Remake on Leon's Beast scenarios, melee only run. And this is done with really just defense items, really. It's not really done with actual melee, but whatever. Just, I didn't know what to call it, so I just call it melee. Just so it could seem like it kind of makes sense. The only defense items is the dagger, the hand grenade, the flashbang, the infinite knife. I do use the infinite knife in this video. I have other videos to show you how to unlock it. I did use the infinite knife for the bosses only. I'm not using it for any other else. I actually personally prefer to use it on bosses. You could just do the run without needing to use that at all, but I personally prefer it because it's actually frustrating to fight bosses in this game with knives. Especially the fact that's the only thing. Alright, so for the B scenarios, yeah, there are reverse sides of the characters. So first things first, what we're gonna do for Leon, we're going to grab the crank and run all the way back to the gate office, basically the code office or office that you get your suits from. I don't know. Locker room? I don't fucking care. It's barred up. Let's just unlock it. Just grab the grenade. Fuck the handguns. Why was I debating? So,
Not exactly how I pictured it.
because this is like the B scenario, I'm gonna show you how the bosses for knife only, melee only is done. First things first, I am gonna save that grenade. I'm gonna be dodging around. Like, this is really, really bad, by the way. Yeah, I forgot about this. This was actually that one time where I was trying to save that grenade. That like, I actually recommend you throwing that grenade at these guys, but then again, I actually do recommend just trying to save it anyway. Wind up saving it regardless, because we actually need it for Super Tyrant. Those zombies are actually impossible to dodge around out there without throwing that grenade at the zombies, and I almost fucked that up. Thank God I was, at this point of the game, I was really, really, really intelligent on dodging, and I was predicting that that was probably going to actually work out exactly as I needed it to. Anyhow, we're going to head back to the east side save room, go all the way over here back to the east side save room. This is the only save room in the B scenarios you start off in with. We're going to just pass by Elliot. I don't think we need to talk to him for a little bit. We are going to kill him later, but we're going to use the crank on this door. Yeah, the B scenarios just starts you up into the game. Yada yada, whatever. Grab the crank. So for the most part, you would think in the B scenarios, you would just avoid some zombies. Well, the zombies in the A scenarios, you avoid. But some of the zombies that are actually fully awake in the B scenarios, thanks to the A scenarios, is already awake. Speaking of awake, here goes Marvin. Well, he's not on the camera. He's over there on the right side, but he'll come back later. We're just gonna skip past that other Asian zombie, grab that side pack, then we'll grab this boar. We're not even gonna argue or fight with these guys. Ignore all of them. Then we're gonna start walking. There's a liquor in this hallway. Yada yada. Pretty quickly. Just make sure we walk in, just don't fuck up. Same as usual. I wind up deciding to just do Leon B anyway, basically, because I was feeling like, you know, people are gonna ask, like, what is Leon's scenario is like for knife only or melee only, rather. And all it is that Leon is forced to use guns in order for him to defeat a boss. So the crocodile fight, you need to use the guns and the locker launcher on the heliport with Super Tyrant. Neither did I felt like doing, but Super Tyrant was pretty much forced. So we're going to be forced to use the locker launcher and Super Tyrant on the heliport. Yeah, we're just going to grab that flashbang and just keep running. There's nothing to talk about here. Just keep on running. The crocodile I did throw the locker. I did throw a grenade at. Yeah, we're going to let this female zombie fall all the way over here. Hopefully this guy falls. He did not fall. Okay, so in that case, we got to dodge around him. This is where things kind of get frustrating because he actually is deciding to be a sinker. A sinker is when a zombie does not shamble correctly. Or better yet, he does not want to shamble at all, basically. And we rather have to figure out how we're going to get him to shamble. Or better yet, just have to be patient with him until he decides to stop being a dick. But for that guy, because his walking animation was perfectly tied up well, he didn't shamble in time. He shambled in time. And then when we get back down here, we gotta beat this zombie to the punch. We gotta beat all these zombies to the punch, because they're all running upstairs. The second you go upstairs, all the zombies will run upstairs, by the way. That's why I always kill them all together. But then again, because this is melee only run, they all will charge upstairs immediately the second you run to grab that pink blue key first. We're gonna trigger Mr. X here. Yeah, so in order to defeat the crocodile, to make it fair, I actually did use a grenade. To make it, like, kind of fair, I used a grenade. So that's why I kind of actually decided to just save that hand grenade that was on the, building office for suits earlier. Yeah, we're grabbing all these items in here, and we're gonna wait for Mr. X to just exit out the door. Once he opens the door, we're just ready to go. You don't have to wait patiently for him to close the door. He's just gonna be locked into the animation. We can just make a run for it off camera. Then we're going all the way over here. Mansion RPD1 for the B scenarios. It's very quickly, of course, but then again, because Mr. X is chasing us almost all the time in the B scenarios because he's fully active, we kind of actually have to do a lot of fancy footwork. And there goes that female zombie that I need to actually get rid of. We got a dagger number 2 on the floor right over there when we walked into the room, by the way. Hopefully you paid attention towards it. I'm trying to get her to come close. Because by getting her to come close and getting her to lunge, just getting her away from the other zombies. Because if you go close to all those other zombies, they're going to wake up. So yeah, that's how I kind of actually do attacks. That's how you attack zombies, basically. So I just basically I just try to get them to shamble, and once I get them to shamble, that is basically my go to just straight up make a run for it. I actually think this was a bad idea. You know, maybe I did not need to unlock this door quite awfully just yet. Did I really, Pass King? Did I really need to unlock it immediately? Whatever.
Jesus Christ.
So Mr. X popped up. Normally he would have went through the attic. That was very random. I kind of a little bit panicked there, but thankfully I beat him to the punch to crossing that side of the table. Normally he would just go through the attic, but it seems as though I'm not going to be able to just have any time to just knife the other zombie. Well, rather, I wouldn't have enough time to knife that zombie on the wall either. So we're just gonna get him to come into this room. We need him to come into this room, so once we put this battery up and he's in this room, we're gonna ring around the rosy with him. And once we do all of that, it's gonna blow up. And no, it's not gonna kill Mr. X. He's gonna have iframes, of course. He's of course gonna survive it, but then again, we knock down the thing. We're just looping around him, Mr. X. Only loop around Mr. X around these tables. Do not go near the ladder. Do not go near, past Shane. Past fucking Shane. Okay. Am I even paying attention? Oh yeah, he's walking all the way over there. Don't touch the ladder. Don't get close to the fat zombie. If you do both, then they all wake up. One by one wakes up. But if you fall through the escalator thingy over there, they all wake up together. Fall through that mini little roof. Oh yeah. He looped me there. I almost got fucked over. Now we can go up in here and solve this puzzle finally. After that, we'll just wait for Mr. X to pop back into the room, then bring around Rosie, and then exit out. Here's Johnny! Loop. I'm not sure what else to explain before the segment ends. Oh yeah. So zombies can travel through room to room in the B scenario. So it's not like in the A scenarios where zombies were like invisible from going through rooms. Because Marvin is not a human no more, you might want to be aware that just basically, like, you got to be aware that he's not going to be able to prevent other access, even though realistically it wouldn't matter either way. But then again, like, because it's a game programming, it doesn't matter at all. The access to other enemies will just bust through rooms. So if there are these zombies in those rooms and that blue room wakes up, they'll travel to this room. As a matter of fact, the zombies from the library will do the same thing too. That's why I kill that female zombie always, so we don't have to worry about the outcome about her later. I always kill her because she's actually just really frustrating regardless. Yeah, that was pretty weird. I have no idea what just happened there. Yeah, some of my audio recording the video just, of course, skipped, just like in the last video, so I apologize about that. Alright, so Marvin right here, he's in the way. He's just gonna proceed on going 90 degrees, pretty much. I'm just gonna proceed to trying to grab it, because he's just not even gonna be able to turn around in time. Yeah, that's the thing. Sometimes you could just nibblate that from zombies here and there. That's like a neat trick. Anywho, that's the first segment. We can just go ahead and save. They can also come down here, by the way. Those zombies can actually jump down, run all the way down here, basically where we're going to the save room, and they will prevent you from saving. So be aware to not fuck around with that, because otherwise you'll be forced to kill them. There is also an extra female zombie on the top roof. Fuck her too. I have no idea why I did not put that key away. That key was definitely needable to put away, but anywho, we're gonna use the infinite knife. So just as per usual, from if you've seen the Claire A video, the strategy is pretty much the exact same, pretty much. There's not much differences towards it. My frame rate is set to, I'm not even sure, 60 FPS. After the last video. But either way, this will still work for you on 30 FPS, regardless if it's on 60 or 30. Both frame rates, it works perfectly. It just requires different foot movement, different angles. Pretty much, I recommend just using my speedrun strategies pretty much for this. And it all works out. Also, unequip the gun, because unequipping the gun will cause the last 3-second animation from happening. That's a unique trick from speedrunning this game. Alright, so we're gonna move around, stay away from 90 degrees or so, do the best we can, and then we're gonna what I was supposed to do is hug that arm right there, the actual white arm. He was like his lab coat arm, but well, I ended up getting him anyway with the infinite knife, so that worked out. Pretty much good to go. After that, you can just go over there and grab those grenades, basically. Those grenades, are very easy to sometimes forget about and just miss out on accident. So yeah, I actually was supposed to post this video like about, I should say like 2 weeks ago, basically at the time with the Claire A video, but I accidentally wind up posting this very late because I was really busy. Well, busy being, well, not doing hardly anything besides work. So I actually apologize for that. I had personal business to take care of, so yeah, now we're here to commentate the run, finally, after a while. Alright, so basically, there's a side pack there. There's like a lot of side packs on consistent mode, by the way. By the way, I'm doing this on consistent mode because, one, I can. And
hey, I'm not done
it makes things less frustrating than it is to do this. Like, you know, you may think that me being a wimp doing this on an easy difficulty makes me a wimp, but I really don't give a fuck, because it actually is less frustrating. Yeah, the zombie has a little bit more cycles. It's actually really ridiculous and frustrating to do this on the other difficulties. So I thought, why not doing this on easy mode? This would be a lot funner. And a lot achieving and more better than the other one. So, in case you're wondering, will I ever do something like this on hardcore? Never happening. Will I do this on standard mode? Never happening. So basically I'm just gonna leave it alone, and of course there's a fucking train fucking in the background, but whatever. Never happening. Alright, so through the RPD2 session, what Leon goes through in RPD2, especially in the B scenarios, is really worse and difficult, because you gotta deal with dogs pretty much the whole way on the execution of getting out of the RPD. And here's how I found it on getting around these dogs, because you can't kill them through the cage, especially with the knife. I'm not actually sure if it's possible to try to attempt to get them with a knife. I know it's possible to do that with the cages in Resident Evil 3, but not in Resident Evil 2. Because the way the characters hold the knife is in a really weird position, so it's not going to work out. Then just Jill doing a stabby stab. They don't do that, so it's a flashbang there. So for the dogs, I just use my speedrun strats. Because by doing that, it kind of actually wasn't really that difficult to make it work out. Because by using speedrun strategies, it actually does has a little bit of gauging of help. But here's the thing. While using it, the way I changed and mixed up the speedrun strategies and mixed them up to the actual save strategies is, well, you're about to see in a second, basically. Put 2-3. So for this first dog right here, you know, normally you would think we would just run past him by hugging the wall. No, we're going to just trigger him. We're going to stay tight right here, pray for the love of God he doesn't clip through, and keep our camera angle on him. By doing that, keeping camera angles on dogs, sometimes when you keep your camera angle on a dog, then sometimes he might, oh shit. That was an oh shit moment. I had to think of a quick dodge plan real quick, because the second he ran over, it was like, yeah. Whenever you have your camera angles on dogs, they sometimes refuse to attack you on camera. Sometimes, not all the times. It just causes them to wait a second. So once we get to that cage right there, we're going to move the other way. Of course, for some stupid reason, Leon did not fucking move out the door in time. He was just busy bumping into doors and walls. That was pretty bullshit. We're gonna hug those walls right there. We're gonna just keep that camera angle. As you see, your camera angle needs to be the exact same as what I'm doing right here. Keep it all the exact same. No fuck-ups, no screw-ups. Keep it all the way the exact same. Because otherwise, those two dogs right there are gonna troll the shit out of you. So yeah, as you can see right there, just by keeping your camera angle on all those dogs and making sure your back is turned at all time, basically, you're good to go. The second dog, just don't worry about him. He's just going to be an asshole. That's really it. It's not much towards him. He's not really going to do that much. So for these zombies, I am going to use a strategy that I found out recently, that you can actually just lure these zombies to the stairs, and you can basically just straight up sidestep fuck with them, basically. First, we gotta get them on the stairs. Of course, once they get on the stairs, well, before they get on the stairs, we're gonna just try to get them to lunge. After that, we're gonna knife down this guy. They won't ever attack you when they're on the stairs. Well, this particular stairs, that's really it. Just wait 6 seconds, and just wait for him to get back up after 6 seconds. The other zombie ran away. This one's kind of difficult to manipulate. I would wait patiently by the stairs instead of just basically trying to get him to lunge. But I really just wanted him to hurry the fuck up. But he forces us to make him hurry the fuck up. There's a certain range you need to get these zombies to lunge towards you in order for them to fall on the steps so you can drop them on the steps. But of course, sometimes you might have to just go for the leg slashing of their non-steps. Taking out their leg is more better. Well, as long as you're behind them, so you can, like, finish killing them. Leon's ranging of knife slashing is a little bit better than Claire's, I'll tell you that. They're kind of the same, but some of their ranging is kind of, like, not as fast. Okay, so this guy decided to be a dumbass and try to see if he can attempt to walk 90 degrees or so we end up getting him anyway. But too bad he was running in circles. Because sometimes they can't even walk perfectly some of the times on the steps, just like you can't most of the time. Check out this zombie right here. He's just basically eating his ass, basically Elliot's ass, and he's just gonna straight up be... He's not gonna grab you while you're getting up, like that, basically, because here's the thing about zombies in Resident Evil 2 comparing to Resident Evil 3 Remake. So, as far as I'm aware, there was a change in Resident Evil 3 Remake, basically, where zombies will instantly lunge at you while they're in attack animation, while they're in a different animation, they're entering into their... getting ready for their attack animation. And in Resident Evil 2 Remake, basically, there's a moment in time in Resident Evil 2 Remake where zombies, when they were in their, let's say they were eating up a zombie, right? If they were eating up another enemy, basically, a zombie was just eating somebody up, right? They would basically, if you cause them to wake up, basically, and start attacking you while they're eating the other zombie, basically, then they wouldn't lunge at you in Resident Evil 2 Remake, but in Resident Evil 3 Remake, that was changed, and they would do it during that first animation, basically waking up. I know for a fact some of you guys didn't understand that, but let's just say basically you're just walking around and you end up waking up a zombie, and you go towards the zombie in Resident Evil 2 Remake, and while they're waking up, they don't really lunge at you. They decide to lunge at you once they're fully woken up. Let's say they're fully standing up. That's when they'll lunge at you. When they're fully standing up, that's when they'll lunge at you. In Resident Evil 3 Remake, they waste no fucking time. Why? Because they just don't. I don't know what to tell you. And that was kind of a fuck with you with the player plot twist a little bit, I guess. Say, whatever. You guys probably don't even understand what I'm saying about that. All right. But the second time they will lunge. Oh god, this is whatever. Anywho, back to the video. So there's a flashbang in that locker. I'm actually just for some unknown reason just gonna leave that, I guess, because I gotta beat the zombies to the punch. Just grabbing this crank, and then we're gonna get the fuck out of here. We don't need to unlock that door. We're not Claire. You don't have that key. We're gonna grab the green key because that's what we have to do with Leon. We're gonna delete this crank. Yeah, there's not much to do on RPD2, basically. I wouldn't recommend fucking around way too much in a melee-only run when it comes to RPD2. That's why I add another segment, because this fucking segment is actually really frustrating. Speaking of that, we're gonna actually go on ahead and get this zombie to lunge at us. We're gonna get all these zombies to lunge at us. Far away as they can, and far away as they will. Hopefully. Be. After we get him to lunge towards us, towards the wall, we're gonna try to get her to lunge. Hopefully he doesn't grab us. And then after that, we're going to pull that thing, that crank, whatever, simulator, who gives a fuck. Grab the green key, and now we're gonna make our save, and that'll be the end of the second segment. Now it's on to the third segment. Upon coming back out here, we gotta check where the position that these zombies are in, so we can dodge around them. So, RPD3, RPD2, and B scenarios, comparing this to RPD A2, basic, RPD, the A scenarios of RPD2, you know, it's kind of actually just as the exact same, but much more fucking chasing with Mr. X, of course. I try to see if I can get him to lunge at us, but that's definitely not recommended. We're just gonna get him to come out here. Because, you know, I tend to forget that this is not a speed run. So after we pass around Mr. X, we're going to just straight up go all the way down here, basically, and run all the way to this office here. There's a flashbang right here I refused to pick it up earlier because we didn't have enough space. That's the thing about runs like this. You know, your inventory management needs to be perfect. And you need to plan out everything. Just so you can know it will work. Wow, that was pretty crazy. Marvin decided to lunge at us. Yeah, I went to the settings to just turn off the music because I had to turn it tell of these liquors right here. We're gonna basically the aggro. We actually have to, in the B scenarios, there's like one more liquor basically in this room that will never leave. And it is really frustrating to get rid of him. So we gotta wait for the music to disappear. Once the music disappears, that means that liquor is gone, and that second liquor is gonna be fucking highly fucking just blocking the door like a clusterfuck. We're gonna hide right behind his back because the liquors don't really turn around very quickly when it comes to their backs. So if you hug behind their backs, they're more likely just not gonna be able to fuck with you so easily. You can actually manipulate them that way. Just play them like a player. Now we're gonna wait for Mr. X. I actually did find out that you can actually kill that liquor in my kill all run, but I'm not recording that run ever again. Just waiting for Mr. X. Dot 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 dun dun. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. So, for those who are, like, familiar to my other B scenario videos, you would just know that all we just do, basically, is just stay away from the liquor, just make sure we're paying attention to where the liquor's at when we open the door, and just keep on walking until we get to just straight up well, until Mr. X just gets very, very dangerously close. But because this is, like, consistent mode, and Mr. X is very stupidly slow, hilariously just stupidly slow, we're able to just dodge around him that way. Of course, I got crowded here, and I had to make up a plan, but, never mind. I was just like, of course, what was the odds, basically, that was not going to happen. But, however, that did fuck up our time limit to getting to the library, so Mr. X is probably going to crowd us. And we got to get lucky on him not crowding us. There's a reason why we made sure we killed that female zombie, obviously, earlier. We could have... Well, no. Once again, it wouldn't work out. Because there's too many zombies to just deal with in their positions. Better keep it as it is than keep it as what it could have been. I guess I didn't think I'd pick up that knife from earlier. Anywho. So we're going to, just basically try to see if we can beat Mr. X at a punch, basically, to this whole point forward on. I wouldn't recommend taking the shortcut. The shortcut's terrible. We're still going through the exact same position of the area out there. We just gotta beat Mr. X at a punch. This is gonna be a little difficult to go with if Mr. X gets towards us. Mr. X ends up basically beating you to the punch towards that door out there. Then there's no luck, kind of, actually, for a little while. Like, you have to try to keep staying in this room right here, because none of the zombies can come in the room here. Until Mr. X fuck off. Because if not, he's just gonna crowd you. You're just trapped in this area until further notice. You just gotta do what you gotta do to just avoid as much as possible, because it's actually really difficult to avoid Mr. X in this area, especially in a speed run, because he's really, really fast for some other reason. I'm consistent in the speed run, because the DA rises a little bit higher than you think, and he teleports, of course, is still. So, obviously, you may think it won't happen, but it kind of will happen, so. See, I'm checking, basically. I'm just noticing, basically, audio, and I'm praying that Mr. X is on the bottom. Hopefully he is. Wait, was he? Because I don't remember while getting the good pattern here, he was crowding the way. I did wait for a second, because I actually wanted to just see if Mr. X could just, like, come through this room right here, and I could just pass right by through, but it looks like I didn't think about waiting patiently at that time, but whatever. What are the odds that the other zombies bust into this room if I waited that time? So whatever. Because once again, it's the B scenario. Zombies can transfer through room to room. Well, rooms that are no longer scripted, I should say. They could do it regardless in every scenario, but like comparing to the A scenario, zombies wouldn't do it if it's a scripted room. That's the thing. If it's a scripted room with dialogue, they won't really do it like that. They're normally just stuck there until Marvin dies. Yeah, we're just basically making our next segment. So, the way out of the RPD is pretty difficult because of the dogs, pretty much, and this is why this segment definitely need to be made. Because the dogs are really, really fucking trolly, and they're really, really fucking shitty to deal with. So, decided to sacrifice a flashbang just to get rid of them. They were really impossible to deal with. So I got a good, very, very good pattern coming through here with those dogs right there. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to try to throw the flashbang once we get to this specific area right here. Hopefully it stuns some of the dogs. Well, rather just all of them together. Don't throw it immediately when you run into the room because the timer will reset with the flashbangs. Flashbangs are such a loopy weapon to the point sometimes you just can't really help to hate it to deal with flashbangs in this game. Because enemies, every single enemy in this game likes to loop flashbangs. Same thing goes with Resident Evil 3 Remake, and rather just every game, basically, that involves flashbangs in the Resident Evil Remake series, pretty much. That's really frustrating, kind of, actually. The Lickers, they loop it very quickly, basically. It takes them to 5 seconds to no longer be stunned by a flashbang. Same thing goes with Hunters. It's zombies, sometimes.
What are they after?
It's like you gotta use the flashbang on a perfect enemy in order for them to get stunned. So we're gonna wait right here for these zombies to, well, the fat zombie to get to that last cage. We're just going to get Mr. X. Yada yada, you've seen this before. You know the drill. Just keep on looping with him. Yeah, and we're gonna throw an extra flashbang for extra comfort, pretty much. Yeah, there's nothing to talk about for the next while. So I'm gonna shut up while skipping these cutscenes. This whole scenario is very long with cutscenes and shit. So, yeah. Enjoy.
Is that the intel you needed?
Unfortunately, no. Ben didn't come through.
Well, what exactly are you looking for?
More info on the people responsible for this mess. Road's out. Going to that gun shop looks like the only way. What a mess. Heard of the Umbrella Corporation? They're a pharmaceutical company secretly making bioweapons. They have a virus. It turns people into indestructible monsters.
That explains the horrible things I've seen.
And that's why I'm looking for a network. She's the one this is gonna get to it.
Based on what you've said, the sewer seems fitting.
Well said. After you.
Gee, thanks. Can't imagine a real scientist being down here.
According to HQ, this leads right into Umbrella's secret facility.
Come on. Sewers are run by the city. How could they have a facility without the authorities knowing?
Welcome to corporate America. Umbrella's control.
Jesus! That an earthquake? What the hell? Again?
It's not too late to turn back.
No chance. You're stuck with me to the end. Holy shit! Chew on that, you overgrown son of a bitch.
Leon, up here.
What the hell was...
Just get up here. Can't say I didn't warn you.
You said the virus turned people into monsters, not reptiles.
Fair point. I'm just impressed you made it in one piece.
So let me get this straight. Umbrella sells monsters like that to who? Our military? Somebody else's?
They don't sell the monsters. They sell the viruses that make them. And Annette is who makes the viruses. Scary as that alligator was, Annette is far more dangerous. You can run, Annette, but you can't hide. It's secret weapon time.
Alright, I'm back. So, we definitely need to concentrate on the Ada part, because with Ada, here's what we gotta do for her. We gotta beat every single enemy to the punch, because Ada does not have a defense-item weapon. Well, she actually has one, but that is the flashbang. We have to beat every enemy to the punch at this point forward. That zombie that woke up when we jumped down, we need to beat the fat zombie to the punch, the other female zombie. We gotta beat this guy to the punch as well, too. We're just going to hurry up. We're going to grab the flashbang anyway, because you never know if you need it, basically, and it's not worth the risk. So just pick it up. Anywho. So basically after that, of course, we didn't manage to make that happen, so we're going to pull the flashbang anyway. Of course, anything that involves these guys crowding, that's definitely, fuck that, throw the flashbang. And you can see that the zombie, that zombie right there, he's still on the stairs. Sometimes you may beat him to the punch. That is it.
Always been good at running, Annette. Give you that. Persistent bastard, aren't you? Bravo. Gonna burn me alive now.
You'll never get your filthy hands on G.
I'm not going to mess with it.
realize that.
And you won't die alone.
She's doing.
Visitor clearance confirmed. Your ID is authorized until October 1st. Please return before this date.
Not gonna happen.
Ada? Where are you? That's a pleasant smell.
So upon coming back up here, I like to use my speed run. Oh, whoa. I was thinking I was going to have to use the speed run. Oh, wait, well, look at that. I dodged around him anyway. He went 90 degrees, and I decided to just proceed on running. Okay. What was supposed to happen is that I was supposed to continue on hugging the left wall, basically. And while he's waking up, he's just going to lunge, but he's going to miss. But of course that didn't happen that time, so yeah, whatever. Good luck. I'm not sure how he woke up. He never wakes up in the B scenario. I mean, in the. Oh wait, yeah, I forgot. This is B scenario. So sometimes he does wake up. No, I can't remember. No, he doesn't wake up at all. That was just a random occurrence. Don't believe me. I'm mixed up with scenarios. Damn it! I probably should have just did this on A scenario. Just to make things a lot more easy to explain, but whatever. I'm not doing all scenarios, fuck that. So yeah, as you can see, I'm knifing the zombies' legs off, so when they crawl on the ground, they will straight up off the bat just fuck off. And of course this one decided to... Well, you know, I haven't thought about it, but you know what? At the end of the day, once I come back through there, they're not really going to be in the way like that no more. That zombie's just going to be active, but he's not just really going to... It's like, if I could beat him to the punch, then it could happen. Alright, so, normally, like in my other videos, I just normally equip the dagger. Make sure it's a weak dagger while you're hugging this left wall. And the G-Mute will spin you around that type of degrees, and yeah, you just get a free pushover move, and you can just run around him all together.
Cable car. Interesting.
Also, in case people don't wonder, probably might be wondering what am I doing by unequipping the gun. By unequipping the gun, I can actually get a speed boost up and down the stairs, by the way. That is a thing that I forget to mention. A better speed boost, as I actually mentioned from the aiming speed boost on the stairs when it comes to the handgun. So that actually helps us move. I'm not sure if it's like quite awfully faster. I forgot. I don't really remember. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, it's like still stair skating. It doesn't matter. This is not a speedrun. I do it when I don't have the handgun equipped, but I still keep the handgun. I kind of think if it is fun to just unequip the handgun, basically, because it's like my skinny, like Leon's hitbox, Claire's hitbox tends to be skinny, when the guns are unequipped. So I think it's like better idea to just do it this way by unequipping the guns. But it doesn't work when the flashlight is on, because, like, you know, you gotta remember, it's like always gonna be a 3-second turn. And yeah, we're gonna throw a hand grenade at those guys, but we gotta throw it perfectly like that into the middle of the column in order for it to get the fat zombie as well too on the left corner. He's dead. Yeah, by doing it like that, basically just like making sure the handgun is equipped when the flashlight is turned on. Because they always turn their flashlight on when they're in dark spaces. Like, always remember that. When they're in dark spaces, they turn their flashlight on. When they're not in dark spaces, they don't turn their flashlight on. And that's when you unequip the handgun. Plus, it's more funner to just have the handgun unequipped. Just to see what they look like in their regular position mood. It looks way too edgy with the guns equipped. In RE7, you didn't, like, all you had to do is just, like, take all the guns out of the regular enemy inventories on the top. And, you know, you don't have to, like, worry pretty much. In this game, you're kind of forced to have your gun equipped at all times. Whatever. It doesn't matter. But, the thing that does matter is just, making sure that, you're doing it at the right time. Alright, so for this G Mutant, I actually fucked up here. I was actually supposed to... This was actually a bad actual example. What was actually supposed to happen right here is I was actually supposed to get this fucking G Mutant to, oh man, I climb up on the wrong time limit. Well, is he gonna do it anyway? Because he's still walking. Is he gonna do it? Yes, he's gonna do it. Quick, past Kane, and... Yeah, would you look at that? I got through there. What was actually supposed to happen there? I'm actually very sorry. I was supposed to trigger him and jump out of the water without losing that dagger and then running away. But that was like a bad example, like, of course. But we gotta wait for his arm to jiggle so we can get around him. That was actually a bad example. I'm not sure how I can explain it either way. We just gotta get him to wiggle his arm in order for us to pass by him. Because once he wiggles his arm, he's going back in the water. You gotta beat him to the punch while he's wiggling his arm. I know what you guys might be thinking. Oh, but Shane, why aren't you not going to fight the G Mutants? And, one, I actually need to go save. Two, we're not gonna fight them. There's no need. It is impossible to fight G Mutants with an actual knife, or better yet, we can't really waste grenades or use flashbangs. Well, technically we can. We use like 3 grenades. You can get away with using 3 grenades in this actual run, but I refuse to use grenades with Leon like that, because we still need to save all of our grenades with Leon for the final boss, for Super Tyrant. And the last G whatever boss. G6, I think that's what it's called. Whatever. On to the next segment. So I should mention, because we're playing as Leon, Leon, I really should have mentioned this earlier. Leon has a very big hitbox. Claire's hitbox is skinny, and Leon's hitbox is big. So it's very easy to just get grabbed by a G-Mutant 100% of the time by a G-Mutant thanks to Leon. Because his hitbox is really, really wide, so dodging G-Mutants, especially in a speedrun, is impossible almost. Rather yet, it's just almost impossible. So this is what the dodge I was supposed to do last time in order for this to work. That was the dodge I was supposed to do the last time when I was dealing with the other G-Mutant. But of course it didn't work. That other G-Mutant, we're just quickly dodging around him, hopefully for the best that he doesn't grab us. Then we're gonna let that G-Mutant bust out of the water, make sure we're far away from him. Just do a good, perfect, non-lungeable circle with that zombie. And then we're good through there. It's an easy one-shot go. Once his head stopped wiggling, that means he's dead. So, I should explain something. When it comes to getting grabbed by G-Mutants, always use a grenade. Like, if you're using grenades, basically, like, always use, like, a grenade to, like, go on towards a G-Mutant. Never use, like, a flashbang or a dagger. Because, one, the flashbangs just never work on G-Mutants because they tend to continue on attacking you anyway. They have random weird iframes with flashbangs anyway. 2, the daggers just causes Leon and Claire to bump very far away, so it's impossible to dodge them again after that. And your active frames are very easy to get grabbed again. But the grenades, they cause you to back up just like of 1 step. That's just it. The dagger is just 2 steps, but the grenade is like 1 step. Because of that, you're able to quickly dodge around them. I should have checked before I opened that door, because I'm not sure. Sometimes that zombie could just be waiting for you. I was thinking I should have probably tried to see if I can kill him, but I was in a panic here for a rush, because clearly, as you about to see, yep, this fucker was in the way. Yup. And he's just being a dick. And now I'm panicking because the zombie is out of the water, and I managed to dodge around that. Oh god, I got hit. And I got grabbed again. Fuck. Well, however, he did spin me in an angle where I'm able to pass by him, so fuck him. I should have just killed that zombie. But I was afraid they were going to run back in the water, and when they did that... Oh, God, this is a terrible area. It's rare to try to do the best you can to get lucky. Thank God this is a segmented run. Because this breeze scenario area is very terrible. Yeah, and here goes this zombie. He's going to jump in the water, or not, whatever. And now you can see why I did segmentive. Segmentive all together.
Okay, almost there, Ada.
Yep, and before we end up starting that segment, we're gonna actually make a quick save for the boss. I actually forgot what I did for this boss. Oh wait, I forgot to grab a flashbang. Oh my god. So it's been a minute since I run this segment. So I actually forgot so much on what I did for this strat for this boss. So this boss was really like forgetful for what I did. I don't really remember my strategy. But I did use a trick to save a flashbang, I remember, but explains why I brung only one flashbang, which I was actually supposed to bring two, from what I remember.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah, we're just gonna stay tight right here. You could actually see him running into places while this is going on, by the way. This is kind of why he's kind of bugged out a little bit here, thankfully. So once he busts through the door, his active frames will start once you see his skin. Then we're gonna run off, back up, wait for him to attack. Of course, he's thinking I'm about to just... Oh, never mind. He did attack anyway. Okay, good. But it was a different corp, so I didn't really know what he was about to do there. Back up, get ready for him to attack. And run towards him, try to knife slash, do the best you can to get his bones, get his skin. Back up. He's getting ready to attack. Just gotta get much as damage as possible here. Back up. He's getting ready to attack. I'm not sure I can remember how many steps it was that I had to move. Yeah, once we get close to the edge, that's basically your cue to jump down. Don't even worry about it. I'm actually not sure you could just dodge that and proceed to attack him like that there. Oh yeah, so here's was my strategy. I just continue on just slashing him and taking damage and just keep healing myself until things worked. Because, once again, we're playing as Leon, remember, we're not going to be able to do everything. Because we gotta keep saving fucking defense items just for Tyrant, pretty much, so it's all luck-based. Oh my god, pass chain, what the fuck are you doing? I was actually supposed to wait for him to get up before I throw that flashbang and then repeat that again, but okay. Oh, well, look at that, it killed him anyway. Oh, I guess I just wasn't aware of it. Alright. Alright, so that was a quick fight.
The cable car will take us down to Nest. The wristband's our ticket to ride.
Nice. Where'd you get that?
Borrowed it. Anyway, we're almost there. This may be a one-way ride.
This tram is bound for Nest. Do not exit until the final destination. the doors are fully open. For your safety, stand clear until the doors are fully open. For your safety, stand clear until the doors are fully open.
Alright, so for the lab is pretty quick, but at the same time, the only changes to avoiding no deaths from Leon, basically, is probably... Yeah, just probably, like, their labs are pretty much the exact same, kind of actually, thinking about it. Just pick up that grenade, hit straight to the ladder. Equip a dagger. Also, there's like another dagger here. We're just gonna equip a weak dagger so we can make sure we're prepared for this next guy coming up. We're gonna try to get him to come into this room right here. He's, for some unknown reason, and not pulling up. He's supposed to fall up in here, basically, but alright. We're gonna get him to lunge, pass right by, and that's pretty much it.
Dr. Lee, your presence is urgently
Wonder where the
requested by
G-virus
Chief
is.
Cartwright in the East area.
Yeah, just make sure you pick that up. That's there in the B scenarios. Yeah, this segment is really just going to be dealing with the group motherfuckers. I would say the only thing that's changeable from this video to Claire's run would probably be just basically being that the fact that I can't really think of anything, basically. All I can just say is the only thing that's changeable about this run is pretty much just the fact that it's the B scenario, and we can get things over with really quickly because we got the modulator. We don't have to go upstairs into the main hall. This was the A scenarios. Like, I would like do the exact same thing that Claire's doing in her scenario, pretty much. So, tip for people that are, like, doing A scenario. So, yeah. Yeah, so that's just keep that in mind for Leon A. Just a quick thing that I gotta mention real quick. People don't really realize this. I'm not reloading after fucking saving immediately. People keep asking me this weird question. But first of all, I'm not reloading after saving immediately. This is a segmented playthrough, so that means there was a jump cut in the middle of the fucking run because I decided to save the game. This is a fucking walkthrough, by the way. This is a walkthrough. You're watching a walkthrough, not a speedrun. And you're watching a walkthrough that was not done in one take. This was done in multiple takes. So I did this with saves for the main purpose, just to, like, record a video, truth to be told. Either way, it would have just been the same, but, like, still, I made it this just so, like, for that purpose of, like, to, like, just show how it's done, basically. Like, do an early strat before, do, like, an early video before the no save, no death run. Like, if I ever, like, this is a placeholder video, pretty much. So if I do decide to come back and do a no save, no death run of this run one day, then this is just like a whole sit in place, basically, for right now, just to show you the strats very early. So you're like, yeah. Honestly, I don't really know how people think that, like, you know, I'm immediately reloading, basically, after that. It's just a jump cut. I clipped the video to different segment parts that I died from, because why would I show that I died on camera? Ask yourself that question. There's no purpose of that. This is just to show that I reloaded after I die. Or better yet, I reloaded because I went to the menu, just changed up a setting real quick. I can reload many times as I would like, because that's the purpose of this video. And saving. Because if I die, that's it. I gotta restart from the main menu. And by doing secretive, I can just reload from the save that I previously reloaded. I saved at. I could just reload from that checkpoint. Probably auto saves if I'm like that lazy, but whatever. I actually fucked up right here. I explained what was going on. So when you go through this area with the G mutants, I mean the group mother, not G mutants, group motherfuckers. What you need to do basically is make sure you have your inventory pretty much free, because you gotta pick up the flashbang, the hand grenade that was in that corner in that room right there. I'm checking where the group motherfucker is. Make sure you have a lot of daggers, because there's a lot of fucking group motherfuckers ready to fuck you up. I should have put away that fucking handgun. I don't think I needed it. Why the fuck did I cut the handgun? Yeah, at this point in the game, just throw the handgun away. We don't need it. It's useless. Especially in the B scenarios. Like, there's like, we're not going on stairs no more. We're climbing ladders. I'm not sure how many knives I had up to this point. Probably had like 2. There's like, we're about to get another knife. So we're gonna take out these zombies. Wait 6 seconds. Knife. Wake her up. Keep on knifing. Keep on slicing. Keep on dicing. They probably have like 2 cycles or like 3 cycles randomly. The 3rd cycle is just very short. On hard, on easy. It's not really a long cycle if it's a 3rd cycle. I would say that a bunch of these guys, the guy that's sleeping by the vending machine has more HP. He almost got me, but he fucked up. Just gonna fix up the modulator. Yeah, you can see right here, basically, we're not even gonna worry about going to the main upstairs. We don't have to walk slowly. We could just straight up run for it, basically, and we're good to go. And there's, like, no worries. Just run straight for that door. And we're good to go. You might think that the group motherfuckers are intimidating to deal with, but as long as you manipulate the group motherfuckers' path, their pathing, and like take different directions, because it's easy mode, there's not many group motherfuckers in the area, and they actually fall asleep for a very long time, so it's like, you know, it's not that difficult to deal with them on the bright side, as much as it is difficult to avoid them from lunging. They lunge very fast on all difficulties, truth to be told, so don't fuck with them. Just gonna keep on walking. The liquors are not gonna be aggroed at one bit at all, as long as you keep on walking straight on out of here. But there is another dagger that, you know, I don't think I needed this dagger now thinking about it, but hey, Lolo, you never know. For the safety of the habit. They're a little pissed and upset. We can just make a run for it here. Liquors are easy to manipulate when you're walking. So we're gonna look for the other group motherfuckers. There's like 2 group motherfuckers in this room right now at the moment. One in that corner over there, one far down, and yeah, we're good to go. There's not much to worry about. Just basically grab the basically grab the bracelet and get out of here. That's all it is. Mr. X is gonna pop up, but as long as you're fast enough to beat the other group motherfuckers at a punch, so turning the corner, you're good to go. Nothing to worry about.
Warning. You have dispersed a dangerous solution without authorization. Your actions have have been locked, and you may be subject to disciplinary measures.
So upon going out of here on the way out, here goes another group motherfucker popping up. Just gonna give him a dagger and just fucking say fuck you and get out of there. The other one's not gonna be able to catch up to you. Just fucking make a run for it. He's just gonna be an idiot and sit there. He's gonna try to beat you, but he's not even gonna basically be able to because invincibility frames are activated. Once you throw a dagger at an enemy or throw a grenade at an enemy, there's this thing called invincibility frames. So you have invincibility frames for 2 seconds in this game before the enemy proceeds to attack. This can only work on zombies and all the other shit. It doesn't really work on Mr. X. Invincibility frames are not really dealable with Mr. X, especially Nemesis. This is the only thing that works in Resident Evil 2. This is like the only balance, the best balance mechanic in a Resident Evil remake, basically. I would tell you that, because this is just like better to deal with when it comes to enemies. Just have invincibility frames as you're like trying to deal with the other enemies. Because it actually really helps out. It really does. It really does, especially in the hug scenario. Because it's better off, like, you avoid getting grabbed left to right by another zombie every 5 seconds as you're trying to throw a defense item at an enemy's face. Like, you throw in a defense item at an enemy's face and then you're running away from the other enemy. Like, if you think about it, it's better that way. So, yeah. So G3 is like,
Alright,
well,
back to Ada.
terrible. Really, really fucking terrible. His AI is different in the B scenarios. And really, really challenging to deal with. So, especially for Leon, because his hitbox is really big. In case I didn't mention this, Leon's hitbox is really big. So, the downfall about it is that you gotta get lucky on this one when it comes to G3 basically. But I decided to sacrifice some grenades in the fight, so here's how this goes. Basically, this is just the exact same with Claire a little bit. So we'll start off just like taking out that eyeball. I'm not able to get all the other eyeballs because once again we're playing on 30 FPS / kind of 60 FPS, but like 40 a little bit. I changed up my settings. Yeah, so this is another excuse to do this on easy mode because G3 is fucking horrible in hardcore and standard, so fuck that. Keep knifing. So basically the trick here is like in order to get that to work, you gotta keep hugging this arm right here. If you keep hugging that arm will never really like get you to take damage. The invincibility for the frames for it to like the damage frames to start, the starting damage frames don't really start up yet. It starts very late, and then it ends very late on the same path of it. It's a very slow attack, if I can describe it better like that. So we can manipulate that through the whole first phase. We just can't fuck around too much with that. Especially, well, the only way you can fuck up with this is probably causing G3 to basically run into walls. Like you can see in this pattern, I was getting a bad pattern with him running into walls. So I throw a grenade at him, right? Oh, that was stupid close. I was throwing 2 grenades, right? 2 grenades is all I needed for the second phase. The second phase is terrible and terrifying at the same part of it. He's throwing shit. I'm equipping flashbangs. Oh no, I decided to throw a second grenade. A third grenade. Okay, I didn't know it was gonna throw a third grenade. What about Super Tyrant past chain? Are you stupid? Oh, wait. Yeah, I got rid of his fit. Oh, yeah, I forgot. The third phase, like by throwing 3 grenades, I actually forgot that it helps out get rid of all of his phases very quickly in the second phase. So that way we skip the second phase immediately. So we're good to go with that. And with the infinite knife, this makes that fight a lot better, basically. Alright. So for the last phase, here we go with this shit. So when we get opportunities like that, we can probably like knife him without having to throw a flashbang at him yet. But then again, here he goes like fucking around because he recovers very quickly on his frames. Especially he can loop. In the B scenarios, he could actually loop your flashbangs. In the A scenarios, not so much. That time he kind of didn't really loop it because I was like kind of far away. So it bought him enough time to just complete the whole animation. That was actually really frustrating. I didn't even get enough hit time to hit him because for some unknown reason, Leon was a little too far away in his hitbox. This guy's hitbox is really, really skinny. Like, I can't, like, sometimes in this game, the boss's hitboxes in this game are really skinny. Like, it's difficult to hit them sometimes. It's like they're a big glob of fuck, and it's difficult to just take them down. Pretty dumb. But after that, he's just gonna after throwing 2 flashbangs, we just gotta do the best we can to get a little bit more hits. Of course, I'm like fucking up with that shit. I'm pretty sure it's like about 4 or 5 more hits after you throw 2 flashbangs and take him down with the other parts of the damage. I'm not sure how many hits damage you gotta do with the knife on the third phase. You probably have to do like 11 or something like that. With the infinite knife, as far as I'm aware. Just finish picking up all the grenades and flashbangs and we're good to go. It looks easy, but it's difficult. Keep that in mind, don't fuck with G3. Always make sure you use grenades with him.
Destruct sequence initiated. Use the central elevator to evacuate immediately to the bottom level train platform. Attention. To the bottom level train platform. Attention. Self-destruct sequence initiated. Use the central elevator to evacuate immediately to the bottom level train platform. Attention. Self-destruct sequence initiated. Use the central elevator to evacuate immediately to the bottom level train platform. Attention. Self-destruct sequence initiated. Use the central elevator to evacuate immediately to the bottom level train platform. Attention. Self-destruct sequence initiated. Use the central elevator to evacuate immediately to the bottom level train platform.
Yeah, I thought about it, and we're not gonna need that,
Minutes until detonation.
we're not gonna need that green herb. There's like 2 group motherfuckers I'm gonna be using daggers on, and I can't use the infinite knife dagger because I promised that in the last video. I'm only gonna use that on bosses. Alright, so for the last save in the game, this is up to the final actual boss in the game. The final B scenario boss. So we gotta fight Super Tyrant, and after that, we gotta fight the boss on the bus. Or should I say the train? The train boss. And, upon getting there, it's pretty easy. Just keep throwing daggers at these motherfuckers' face. This motherfucker jumped through a fucking mile just to grab me. Are you serious? Like, that right there is just as fast as the fucking Likings are in Resident Evil 8. Like, oh my god. They probably have the fucking Likings AI pretty much. What the fuck? It didn't took him a step. It didn't took him more than 2 steps. No, it took him 1 step. that group motherfucker was like,
Bro, people still, I'm shoplifting. And let me tell you why. This
oh my god. Yeah, so for Super Tyrant, as far as I'm aware, we just have to have like a decent amount of flashbangs and grenades, and the rest of the remaining ammo that we don't use on Super Tyrant has to be used for the last actual boss fight. But the train boss fight is pretty easy. Like, all you have to do is just stay like 3 feet away, and like the train boss battle won't really get you. Got that first aid spray. Make sure all of our grenades are equipped. Yeah, I have 5 flashbangs and decent amount of probably like close to 6 grenades. 7 grenades, yeah. Alright, so if you know the strategies for this fight, like if you've seen my other videos, you would know how this goes down. So, this is different than standard. After like 2 grenades, he starts jumping. Well, actually, probably 3 grenades, he starts jumping. No, 4 grenades. Yeah, it's gotta be that.
What is it with this thing?
Because when you're far away, he starts to jump. He only jumps when you're far away, and he only jumps after 2 grenades, actually.
7 minutes until detonation.
So, in order to time it correctly, if you're trying to, like, frame trap Mr. X, basically, you have to wait for him to, like, get ready to move his right leg. Like, once he moves his right leg, then that's when he's gonna get ready to, like, start moving, and that frame advantage can just straight up fuck him up. So yeah, at some point during this fight, we get onto the 3rd phase very quickly, by the way. Oh my god, past chain! Oh shit, I was so close from avoiding that hit. Damn it. And then I accidentally ran here. Oh man, that was fucking bullshit, but whatever, fuck him. Throw flashbang after that cutscene quickly, immediately. Pray that actually stuns him. Because sometimes it actually doesn't.
You have arrived at the bottom level.
But whatever, fuck Super Tyrant. That fight is actually fucking ridiculous with a fucking knife.
6.
Oh yeah, I forgot I can't shoot these guys. So I throw a flashbang. Man, ran around them. And yeah, that's basically it for that session. Now we just gotta defeat the final boss. In order to do that dodge from Mr. X, by the way, you gotta dodge him to the right. As you clearly saw during that fight, it's always to the right. Alright. I was thinking about picking up that other knife, we don't need it. It's a one-shot go. If you get one shot killed, then that's it. You can't really do nothing. There's no defense item uses. So we're gonna touch that 3rd collar, whatever the fuck that is. And we're gonna stand tight right there, and basically once we do that, that's basically our cue to start knifing. Once he passes through, it's not gonna get us. We just gotta stay back 3 feet. But remember, 3 feet is the key. Or 4 feet. I'm not actually sure. At some point, if you time it out correctly, at some point, you gotta back up a little far away, basically. This is, by the way, a good speedrun strategy coming from the speedruns. Thank God, learning how to speedrun in this game so far actually made this actually really possible. But anywho, we're good to go. Just throw grenades. And that's just basically it. Like 2 grenades or something like that. I thought I was gonna have to be forced to knife him again, but whatever. That is it. Thank you all for watching this video. That was my no death run of Resident Evil 2 Remake on Leon's B scenarios. Melee only run, only defense items. That is how you do it. Thank you all for watching. That was not really all scenarios. That was just a particular demonstration of some scenarios. I'm not doing the other scenarios because that's really ridiculous. Thank you all for watching. See you all next time. Deuces.
So, are you guys like boyfriend and girlfriend?
No, we're just... well, we actually just met last night.
Yeah. That would have been one hell of a first date, though.
Yeah, you have no idea.
Look! He might be able to give us a ride.
What if it's not just the city?
Get Sherry out of here.
Come on.
Hey, that was Live Another Day by the great.
He was friendly.
So, is it over?
I don't know. But if it's not, we'll stop it. Whatever it takes.
Yeah, you damn right we will.
As long as we stick together, we'll be fine. Come on.
Hey, you guys can adopt me.
Adopt you.
We can get a puppy
Puppy.
and a parrot.
Parrot.
I always wanted pets, but my mom said they're too messy.
Next up on this boring Wednesday is a song to get your blood pumping.
Where did the time go? Running scared for so many years, and now I'm here. I look round, but I don't see anyone. Everything I love's come and gone. I walk alone with a loaded gun. What went wrong? There's two sides to every story. The defeat of the pain of the glory.
Eight fucking saves. But hey, at least we beat the shit out of the game and showed that game with who's boss. And did a pressing run pretty much. Impressing. Yeah, thank y'all for watching. Bye.